Oh, g'day guys. Just thought I'd pop up a preview for the Sunday meeting in Launceston. As we can see from the general info here, the rail's out 6 the entire. It's a good 4. Actually had some very good weather in Launceston for the past couple of weeks. So, forecast is for light showers on Sunday, but nothing too dramatic. So you'd imagine that's going to remain about the mark. If we just look at recent history, when the track's been good and the rail's been out, it has had a bit of a leader bias, but it has been pretty fair lately as well. So might be I won't go in with too many preconceived ideas. So it is a meeting I'm not overly keen on many, I must say, but thought I'd pop up something anyway. In the first, Liffey Bow's been an old favourite of mine for a long time. He's been racing over longer trips like 1400, etc. He does have the early speed, even though he's back to 1100, to take advantage of the draw and be in a striking position. So actually might use this speed map thing here. So you got Laddie and the Rocket drawn 8. Looks pretty likely he'll zoom over and lead. Millmount I'll probably have sitting outside him. Joanne Coney probably box seating, and Liffey Bow outside him, and he should settle in. Like Liffey Bow should settle in front of horses drawn 3, 4, 5, and 6 with the outside 2 coming across. So based on my speed map, we'll probably be about 2 lengths off the leader, about 1-1 in the run. And what's the old saying? If it wasn't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. Yeah, a lot of it's his own doing as well, as he's a little bit untractable, but he's backing up from a week ago in Devonport. But if we have a quick look at that, it was virtually a trial anyway. He was untested for virtually the entirety of the home straight. So you can see, look, he's jumped out from barrier 1, taken a position. And they've ridden him with cover. Used to be a speedy squib, for lack of a better description, and they've ridden him with cover to get over a bit of extra ground. But actually, we'll just go back and you can see he's fair bolting leaders back, and it's not a pretty sight for anybody on him. And he virtually just tries to get out here and untested for virtually the entire home straight. So you see he's virtually had a trial. So obviously the big query is here, there's pluses and minuses coming back to the 1100. He's going to be very strong late, but obviously 1100 is run at a different tempo than 1350, 1400 metre races as well. So whether that takes him out of his comfort zone. There's not too much value in the price at all, but it is a pretty thin race, if truth be told. Like, I'm pretty confident either him or Laddie and the Rocket win. Laddie and the Rocket probably look the winner, but my scenario is Laddie and the Rocket probably puts about 2 lengths on them on the turn. Liffey Bow chases and probably just wears him down over the last 100, wins by about a length. But in an ideal world, you'd like to be able to back both of them, and especially if there is some form of leader bias as well with Laddie and the Rocket, but there's not enough value in their prices. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how I'll attack the race, but Liffey Bow, if you get $3, I'm happy to jump aboard. So, and you'd imagine with the weight, I reckon Laddie and the Rocket will get support as well. So, like Osborne going, like he's now 4th up from a long break, won last time, so you'd imagine he's not going to go backwards. And it's hard to see, based on how Liffey Bow's been going, that you've got Osborne scouting around Lioness, GG Royal Miss, all got ability, but hard to see them giving Liffey Bow a start and beating him home based on how strong he's probably going to be late. So that's race 1. Race 2, this is a tough race. That'll depend on how the track's playing. You've got a lot of the favourites get back in Zip and A. and Shaborn Star. So obviously I was on Shaborn Star last time, so obviously Perun is the other query runner in the race, but the one thing is, like, I think it's been served up about $3 at the moment, so yeah, like, drawn 11, going to get back, but don't think there's too much doubt it should have finished a lot closer last time, coming off a good trial. So we might just have a quick look at it, put myself through the
Star.
So she wears the, so here she is here in the sort of one off the inside, second last in the middle. Runs into a bit of trouble here. And again. And the young girl just can't, looks to work into the race, travelling pretty well here. And the young girl just can't get it round the home turn and loses its balance and momentum. And gets balanced up again, sort of 150 from home, and works home pretty well. This is not being tested at all, whilst it's lost the compass. Gets the extra 200 metres here, senior jockey on. You know, so it's going to lap up the extra distance. Whether you want to jump on $11, not knowing that how the track's going to play. You said, like, you also do have, like, he's Russian, Zippane, and obviously Perun's hard to line up first up from interstate as well. So I'd probably just wait and see. Your price should get out, but it's definitely not a big bet opportunity. I said, not keen on many races at all. His Nib's probably the one I've got on top in the third, but going to be strong late, another one. So probably if you're looking for one a bit of value, it's one who actually trialled against, actually I've forgotten its name, Shaborn Star in Valerius. First up it actually ran very well, gets out the extra 200 metres, so you're copying like $13 there with Sportsbet at the moment. So I'll just have a quick look at its first up run. It was virtually another trial, if truth be told.
Brendan getting.
So you can see it gets eased out to last. It's still not asked to improve. They actually ran home the last 846 dead here, so it was actually tough to make ground. So sectionals are very good. You see the race is pretty much on speed dominated. Yeah, he's very strong through the line. Gets an extra 200 metres here. You know, soft barrier 3, so yeah, I think at double figures you can't do too much wrong, just having something each way, Valerius. So just confirming then, we'll make the best bet race 1, number 1, Liffey Bow. The one at value in the last in Valerius, and if you're looking for a couple more, probably Shaborn Star. You want better than the $3.10, and his Nibs in the third. So might just leave it there. Said it's not a meeting I'm overly keen on, so I won't go too in depth. Actually, I've also just noticed the trotting meeting open here. It is Tasmanian Derby night. Only 7 races. It's a tad disappointing, but it seems to be the norm nowadays that most of the racing population's in the north of the state, so you tend to get 9 or 10 races for every Launceston or Devonport meeting, and an average about 8 for Hobart. So might be something they need to look at when the meetings are allocated next year. But tough meeting. Don't actually like much at all. You know, you've got some very interesting horses like the Dogs Are Barking, Enterprising Millie, Apparently trials have been unbelievable. Juniper did beat a horse who won at Melton on Saturday night, so obviously that form stands up pretty well. But if you believe the word from the trials, then Millie should just be winning. Obviously you got Maritai in the Derby, virtually picks himself. He's in the top handful of 3-year-old colts in the country, so despite barrier 7, should just be too good. The interesting runner is Jax Teller. Obviously he's got the picket fence next to his name. He's a bit of a big, raw, untapped 3-year-old. First up as a 4-year-old. I think he's just better than them, but I can also remember going out on a limb at the start of this campaign, and I said I expected huge things of Harjeet this time in, and made me look like a bit of a goose when he got beaten by, I think it was Courageous Jermaine, but he also drew 7 first up, so I suppose Harjeet, he sort of managed to redeem my comment a little bit subsequently. But Jax Teller, as I said, when last year they were 3-year-olds, like him and Harjeet were the two that looked as if they were going to get better with age, so it'll be very interesting to see how he goes. Like, I've got no doubt he's better than them if right, but barrier 7 is not going to be a picnic. A couple of very handy horses, you say, Jolt Manganello, Dasher Hawley's flying, and a bit of depth in the race as well, so actually will be a good form race going forward. The Besom horses running 7th and 8th in this will definitely be winning races, so might pay to keep an eye on that. Actually, if you want to back a bolter, Delightful Junie was about 100 to 1 last time, in third. Barrier 2 here. Yeah, I just think it's about $31 at the moment in with 365, but you know, I can't see sort of opening much shorter with Tatsbet, etc. And don't obviously go overboard, but might be worth a couple of bucks if you just want to have an interest. So yeah, so that's, as I said, so disappointing card, but very you know, 3 very interesting runners: Enterprising Millie, Jax Teller, and Maritai in the Derby. So might just leave it there, guys. So might try and keep popping these things up, as a picture tells 1,000 words. So anyway, until next time, we'll leave it there. Thanks again.